Robert Sarazin Blake from the Kitchen Table. I am Robert Sarazin Blake. This is the Kitchen Table, and we are so happy to be here, broadcasting as we always do from the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48. That is Bellingham, Washington. My associate David Penderlofkin on the right connects the ones, the zeros, the screens, and the cables to bring this kitchen table to your kitchen table, to your neighbor's kitchen table, and to your friend's kitchen table who live so far away from you that you haven't seen them in a very long time. Everybody is welcome at the kitchen table. Spread this far and wide. We have a wonderful show tonight from this afternoon kitchen table here. It feels like afternoon in the winter. It feels like night, but we are in summertime. The 1st of August, we have Cumulus. That's right, Bellingham's own superstar folk singer is coming to us as a guest in a little while, so you're at the right place. I know somebody is tuned in right now thinking, you do not look like Cumulus. Well, I'm a cloud of a different nature, but I'm the host of the show, and Cumulus will be coming along, and I just got the information that it is Jerry Garcia's birthday, so we've got to open up with a little, we don't have to, but we want to open up with a little Jerry Garcia. Mary pulled the head down from the window. There were ribbons, ribbons, ribbons in a long brown hair. And I don't know, maybe it was the roses. Roses or the ribbons in a long brown hair. I don't know, it must have been the roses. All I know is I couldn't leave her there. 7 years the waves roll the ship home from the sea, wondering how long it may roll in all good company. If I tell another what your true lips they told me, let me lie beneath the ocean till my eyes no longer see. And I don't know, maybe it was the roses, roses or the ribbons in a long brown hair. I don't know, it must have been the roses. All I know is I couldn't see her there. One pane of glass in the window. No one is complaining, no. Go in and close the door. Faded was the crimson in the ribbon that she wore. And it's a shame that no one comes round anymore. I don't know, maybe it was the roses, roses or the ribbons in a long brown hair. I don't know, it must have been the roses. All I know is I couldn't see you there. All I know is I couldn't see there. Happy birthday, Jerry Garcia. Thank you for so much music. The world is a different and better place because you came along and played the banjo and the guitar and the pedal steel. Well, here we are. It is the 1st of August. Wow, it's been a hot summer here in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state. It may be hot where you are too. And we always, at this point, we'd like to pay a tribute to our friend Kim in Buffalo, New York, who chooses the drinks each week. She chose Dark and Stormy. That's what we're drinking right here. And we pay a tribute to our host, Alice and Mike, who used to be my neighbors, and we never got to know each other too well because we became neighbors in COVID, so we just shouted at each other from time to time. But I could tell they were good people living a good life, and I'm glad to be able to get a little closer and share a drink with them now in a glass that they said our artist. What's the name of the artist who made this glass?
Sarah Ritz, called Freud and Christ.
That sounds a bit German.
It's very German.
Freud und Christ. Okay, sehr gut. Yeah, special cheers then to anybody who's listening from Germany. I like to go to Germany myself. Bremen is my hometown when I'm in Germany, and I miss my friends over there very much. And I'm just waiting for the sip. My intro is just taking away the joy of the sip because I just keep talking. Here we go. David, what is the drink next week? Has Kim chosen a drink for us next week? We realized at some point we couldn't just celebrate the drink we had in our hands, but we need to let everybody know what to prepare for next week.
It doesn't appear that there is a drink selected for next week. I have no doubt by the end of the show, Kimberly will have something for us.
Well, she plays saxophone in a variety of bands that are starting to do gigs, so she does check in with it. Sometimes she can't watch the show because she's on a gig herself, but she always does let us know if she can't be here, and we appreciate that in the comments. This is your opportunity, please, to say where you are listening from and to answer the trivia question that we have not yet decided exists. And I think the question is going to be... Where did Jerry Garcia play? What's the greatest concert Jerry Garcia ever played on an August 1st? I mean, that's not a trivia question. That's like a kind of question that a deadhead loves to get, and everybody else can't imagine answering. But a deadhead loves a question. And the two deadheads, in my view here, I mean, they're just like they love the question so much that's all they're going to think about all day and maybe all week, you know. At least Bill was a deadhead before he could look everything up on your telephone, you know. Wow. Hans started playing this one, all right. I do the song by my friend Eric Peterson. My hands just started doing it, so why not? It's called Old Time Memory. I had an old time memory when I visited this property before we play a show in someone's backyard. I come and I take a look, and this is the last of the great funky old houses in the south side of Bellingham that's not been turned into a multi-million, many-bathroomed house. No, it's still one of the old funky houses that has a funky house in the back. And I walked up and I said, I was at a party at that house in the 90s. Can't remember it. Father bought the farm, we sold the farm, mistook his blood for rustic charm, sold his ghost as an antique to the city. Kids today can't hold a spade, rest in peace, you old weary trade. In this world there is no place, such a pity. Well, the barman shakes his head and fills my glass, says you're living in the past. Why preserve a dying craft and its misery? We sigh and say another modern man one of property, not land. So I'll hold out this battered hand. Will you listen? Comes it down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending. About the water in me whiskey, the brass passed off as gold. Another round, we're descending into old time memory of a day when the wood was wooden, silver, silver, gold was gold. Sweet home is home. My son's got a wood stove in his second home. Runs off gas but looks like oak. Hell, it even gives off smoke and glowing embers. There's a quilt hung on the wall reads Home Sweet Home, although some wise words from Thoreau. They call me a throwback when I say remember. Come sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in the whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wooden, silver, silver, gold was gold, and sweet home was home. These tools are artifacts, endangered species left the tracks that lock me up behind plastic glass in the city. There's no going back for me. This antique's rustic eulogy shall be sold as folk artistry, such a pity. Still I'll never understand why they all long to use their hands to build a stead that will always stand in old-time country, but settle for wide rooms with paper floors, paper boxes, plastic floors, luxury boxes where they're stored in what once was country. Come sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in the whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wooden, silver, silver, gold was gold. Come sit down, we're lamenting century's sad ending, about the water in the whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when wood was wooden, silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home. Thank you very much. I was dining on the Cape, Chipino, cordon bleu. Oh, the company was the finest, but I was lost in the blues of you. In the Abbey in Seattle, I heard Annie sing her song. Oh, the twisted lines, the space between the rhymes brought me back to the blues of you. Coastal mountains, oyster dome, the tall ships off below. When the sky slipped around a golden hill, I was lost in the blues of you. Thought I shook you, moved so fast, not then I turn around. Bus to Belfast, Rotterdam, a stranger's arms again, on stage and in solitude, and the blues of you, on stage and in solitude. Blues of you. Thank you, everybody, and here we are. How did it happen so fast? Yes, it already did happen. It is now time for the third song check-in. It's already 3 songs in. We got to check in and see what's going. Check what condition our condition is in. See what's going on out there in comment land. I'm enjoying this dark and stormy thanks to the idea, and thanks to the curator, and thanks to the person who actually mixed the drinks. Was not me. David, what is happening in comment land? Anybody out there today?
Robert, there's a healthy crowd in comment land today. All of the irregulars are here. They're exercising a variety of faculties.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Kimberly Sabin in the house.
All right.
Last week she had a band rehearsal, but she's back this week.
Good.
Initially forgot the lime juice for the Dark and Stormies, but made it in time for the show.
All right. Close call.
That's right.
Buffalo, New York. It's 8 o'clock in Buffalo, New York. They've already had an entire Sunday. We just, 5 o'clock in Bellingham on a summer Sunday feels like noon. I mean, the sun's going to be up forever. But in Buffalo, I think, let us know, but I think the sun has gone down in Buffalo, New York. I mean, not spiritually. I mean, I think actually Buffalo was rocking it. I can't wait to get back to Buffalo. I saw a post about how so many things have changed, but Nietzsche's bar in Buffalo is just the same as it always was, and I love that. I love playing in Nietzsche's in Buffalo, New York. I'm riffing away here, but what's going on in comment land? That's the question.
Well, speaking of is Buffalo, New York the Midwest?
Absolutely not. Yeah. Which is weird because it's very close to Ohio, which is the Midwest.
I'm from Maine. As far as I'm concerned, Buffalo, New York is the Midwest.
The problem is that the Midwest starts in Ohio and it ends like in Montana somewhere, so it can be a very large area. I'm getting these looks. I understand there's the Ohio River Basin. I understand there's the Great Plains, but I understand also somebody from Nebraska gets called from the Midwest. It happens. I've seen it, and no one fights it except for this crowd I'm with right now. They're saying no. You're wrong. I'm feeling that. We're going to get out a map at next week's show and really get into it.
Well, I think you could undoubtedly say that West Branch, Michigan is in the Midwest.
Well, and that's sort of the Great Lakes region, some people might say.
Well, regardless of what you want to call it, Connie Bornham in Wakefield is, of course, watching from West Branch and is coming out on Wednesday to Bellingham. Excited to see you on Thursday at Boundary Bay.
I'll be there. Of course, we're back to Thursdays at Boundary Bay, 5 o'clock. The best beer on the planet down there in the Boundary Bay Beer Garden, Bellingham's backyard. And if you haven't been down there this summer, it's so lush. It's the lushest the garden has ever been. You really feel ensconced in the greenery.
It does look like we've got the irregulars representing Canada from Guelph. Bellingham is here. It appears that Alice and Mike have invited a friend, Catherine Mayer, on, who's listening from Cornwall, Ontario.
All right. We've doubled our Ontario listenership this week.
There's also some responses to the trivia question. I assume we can get back to those later. And I am happy to say that Dark and Stormies are being enjoyed all around. Next week's drink of the week is whiskey sours.
Okay, we got that worked out. Stormy got me in the mood for this one here. If we can weather the storms in November, sure we'll make it through till spring. Then it will be sweet summertime. Won't have to worry about anything. I'll worry about anything. But if we don't, if the boat don't float, if it should go astray, I'll kiss you once just for the memory, and then I'll look away, then I'll look away. Then I'll stand there with the wind in my face at the Bellingham Bay, watching our love float past old San Juan on out the Georgia Strait, out the Georgia Strait. 'Cause you're not bending and I'm not bent, our limbs are more like leaves, and the mountain break the pilots don't take and float on out to sea, float on out to sea. Sweet old memories, bottom of a bottle of wine. Just can't stand up to these waves. That ain't more from you tonight. It ain't more from you tonight. But if we can weather the storms in November, I'm sure we'll make it through till spring. Then it'll be sweet summertime, and I have to worry about anything. I'll worry about. Thank you very much. Off of my record called A Long Series of Memorable Nights Forgotten. We do, of course, have Cumulus coming on the show. I know some people might be on the Cumulus page right now. They're thinking, this certainly does not look, sound, or act like Cumulus. Well, Cumulus is our special guest, and Cumulus will be along shortly. Got a few more blasts from myself before we have the guest on, but you are at the right place at the right time. Congratulations. Speaking of the Great Lakes region, I believe we were speaking of the Great Lakes region at one point. They're also known as the Middle West to some people. West Branch, is Connie from West Branch, Michigan? West Branch. We wonder, Connie's been listening so long from West Branch that we wonder what East Branch is like. Is there an East Branch? What's going on the east side of Branch, you know? We are under Branch today. We are under the apple tree. David, don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, please. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you, David. Here we are. People are trickling in. They were told to be here at 4:30 sharp, but you know what I mean? There is no 4:30 sharp in Bellingham in summertime. It just doesn't exist because, as I said, 5 o'clock is noon in Bellingham, and so people are just waking up. We're having a good time here. Where were we? We were singing about Detroit. Nearly done, the bar nearly empty, the crowd's come and gone. The bar staff gets friendly shots behind counters. Porters need me, the curtains are drawn. It's coming up on 3. The man at piano bangs mercy, mercy, he's somebody's friend, or else he ought to be around this hour. It all gets foggy, we won't see much clearly soon in our memory. is good, and I'm not talking about C-R-A-C-K, I'm talking about C-R-A-I-C, the Irish crack. The Irish crack is not me, it's not you, it's what's between us. And when you wake up in Ireland and see someone on the street that you saw the night before, you might say, great crack last night. Yes, it was indeed. Great crack last night. The crack is not me. The crack is not you. The crack is what's between us. And I intend to, for the rest of the night, as I am having right now, to continue to have great crack with you. Where were we? The cracking is good, and everyone's laughing. There's someone by, the piano man dancing, the girl in dark hair, always enchanting. I don't know her name. Maybe it's Nancy. Sean says, could you play Nat King Cole? Kicks on 66, that's all that he knows. We sing along, blurring the town's names outside the snow, replaces the rain. Bundles of gold, you know the barmaid's done cleaning, we must move on. She needs new scenery, too cold for the lawn. Off to a gallery, someone knows someone, it's something like family. On the record is a band, I think it's Tortoise. Watch the paintings, the sculptures, the portraits. Barmaid rolls joints and they're passed around. She's off of work, we're going to town. Six of us now, we lost a few in the journey, and we're holding canned beer, drunk as the night needs to be. Jackets still on, watch cars on the city streets, and someone thinks they see the lights of the police. Well, there's a plug-in heater, and the last of some whiskey, it brightens the tongue. Warms cold cheeks outside for a cigarette. Now we're kissing like you do when it's new, and you don't mind if something's missing. And Detroit, back inside, the party's fading. The record is skipping. Somebody's snoring. One mattress, a blanket. Six of us share it. Somebody go push the heater near it. The room with a window, it's starting to get bright. If we don't go in there, it'll still be night. Someone walks in, starts to paint and shout. We ask him for beer. He kicks us out. Detroit. Oh, feeling good here, and it is, of course, I brought a little decoration here. It is just about blackberry time in Bellingham, which means it is just about jamboree time for me. We are less than 2 weeks away from the 21st annual Subdued String Band Jamboree. Preparations are happening right now. Decorations are being made. Spreadsheets are abuzz. It's just the workers are working away to make this happen. We have started the kitchen prep. People are slicing cucumbers for the cucumber sandwiches, and that takes weeks, actually 2 weeks of slicing cucumbers to make enough cucumber sandwiches for the Subdued String Band Jamboree. A lot of people don't know that until they come, but it's a real cucumber sandwich crowd. You know, we've learned that over the years. We used to not prepare enough cucumber sandwiches, but they just fly. They fly. People love the cucumber sandwiches. So that's actually a fabrication there, but we are getting ready in different ways. And we just announced that single-day tickets are available for those who can't handle all 3 days of the Subdued String Band Jamboree. And I actually met somebody today who loves the Jamboree. She just doesn't come. You know, so there's those people too. And we we have single-day tickets. And actually, not everybody's going to go. Some people don't want to come because there's too many people, and some people are not coming because they've chosen not to be vaccinated, and you must be vaccinated to gather with groups of people at the Subdued String Band Jamboree. So lots of people may not be coming, and because of that, we are live streaming the Subdued String Band Jamboree. So you are welcome in any way that you feel comfortable to join us. August 12, 13, 14 in the field. August 13, 14, 15 on the screen. And Cumulus is coming right up. Maybe I'll do one more, and then we'll bring up our special guest. So happy to have Cumulus with us. Oh, yeah, we'll do that one. Wake in the half-light and the birds singing summertime. Only April over your shoulder, your hand took mine. Making it all disappear, making it all disappear. Morning moonlight, hanging on. Sheet on your hip, you slipped into the day and we're gone. It all disappeared. It all disappeared. By now we know if we go slow, clock is a race, get left behind. And if there's a breeze on a warm spring morning, birds in your warmth entwined with mine will take it and keep it. But when a murder of dark days beats down our gaze, we'll embrace it and replace it with song. April morning, disappear. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us. Robert Sarazin Blake from the Kitchen Table. I'm Robert Sarazin Blake. This is the Kitchen Table. David Penderloughlin is the man who makes it all happen with the ones, the zeros, the screens, and the cables, bringing our kitchen table to your kitchen table far and wide. And we have a very special guest bringing to the kitchen table for the first visit. Put your hands together here in the room for Cumulus. So happy to have you here at the kitchen table. I've known. Do we go with Cumulus or do we go with Alex?
You can call me Alex.
I always have, but we're in a formal setting here, and I guess I should have checked with you before, But already we've gotten very casual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've known Alex a long time. Alex has gone on. I met Alex first. I don't know, 06, 07, so we're talking coming into 15 years, and you've been making music, and lots of people now around the world have heard your music and love your music, and I do too.
Thanks,
and so happy
Robert.
to have you here. And what do you have to say to the kitchen table audience?
Well, I'm just really happy to be here, and I went to Western until 2010, and I think I met Robert because I was booking at Western. So I always I started with music through setting up shows when I was in high school, and then in college I worked at the radio station and set up shows, and then eventually became a songwriter myself because I was obsessed with songs and good music. I moved back to Bellingham, I think 2 years ago maybe, or a year and a half ago or something, but I've really appreciated Robert reaching out to me and welcoming me
Moved
into
back,
this
and Robert
community.
was still here. He was still here, and he's doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And, I'm enjoying it. I remember painting houses because I learned at a young age, if you want to learn how to play guitar and you want to make a life of
Oh.
playing guitar, you should learn how to paint houses. And so I was painting houses, and I remember hearing you on the radio
Oh, interesting.
introducing, we're going to play a track from Bonnie Prince Billy's album, The Letting Go.
Oh, that's still one of my favorite
Would that,
records.
was this an accurate memory?
Well, I guess so, because
Yeah.
I definitely played that record on the radio. I love that
I was
record.
there. I was painting a house in the lettered streets, and I remember you were the DJ.
I saw Bonnie Prince Billy at the Department of Safety in Anacortes, in 2007, and it was amazing.
Bonnie Prince Billy is 100% Bonnie Prince Billy. It's amazing to be around somebody who is so themselves.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful to be in the same room with the Bonnie Prince. He played our record store here in Bellingham because he told me that when he first started making music, he was getting checks in the mail from record selling and these record stores. So he wanted to do a trip
That's nice.
to thank these record stores for selling his records over there. And it was right when record sales died about 4 years ago. It was like the end of record sales. And now there are only streams, which music is free now. We pay $10 a month and music
Everything
is
is
free.
free now.
Yeah, right? So he says it's sort of ironic. I'm traveling around to these record stores.
Oh, he's
last
doing
breath.
that now,
Well,
right?
4 years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh,
arguably,
okay.
I
Okay.
said that with authority just a minute ago, but I'd say
I think I
arguably
just
the
watched
end
a
of
video
record sales.
of him, giving a tour of his favorite record store in his hometown.
But he's still into it.
Yeah.
I also saw. I know I'm invited you on the show, and now I'm just taking over.
I love it.
Well, I'm apologizing for it, but I have to say it was cool because I was in Dublin, and my little folk singer too. I got my little guitar and backpack, and there I saw the Bonnie Prince in his tour bus.
He has a tour bus?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't driving, and in Ireland the buses are smaller, but pretty big rig.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a cowboy hat, and his feet were up on the dash.
Yeah.
And why was I so sure it was the Bonnie Prince? I don't know, but it's a
Bonnie
memory.
Prince.
Because I think he had played Whelan's the night before and had Andy Irvine open up for him because the Bonnie Prince is about as hip as it gets. And
And he's a lifer.
he's a lifer. Should we just talk about Bonnie Prince for the next hour and a half?
I just like lifers, too. And you're one of them.
I've been doing the same thing forever, and I'm not going to stop. But this is your turn, and we're so excited to hear you play some songs. I'm going to step away from the lead captainship of the kitchen table, pass it over to my friend Alex, also known as Cumulus. So happy to have you on the show here at the kitchen table. Looking forward to hearing some songs.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, everybody. Well, this is a song I wrote. It's on my last album that came out in 2018, I think. It's called Comfort World, the album, and this song's called Coming Home. And it's about when you're working a day job that is not the thing you love and it drains you, and you don't know what else you have to give to the people and things that you really love when you're all done. That sounds okay. Okay. Tuning is a nightmare for me. I hate it. Okay. Let's see. I know it's been a hard couple of months, waking up and coming home to the dark, hoping we can find a hint of sun before our lonely work day is done. Every town and city that I've seen, we all share the same old broken dreams. This feeling, it is not unique, but it still haunts me in my sleep. Bloodshot eyes just searching for meaning. So tell me that you're coming home. Tell me that you love me so. I am waiting for a sign to let me know. 'Cause I'm shaking in my bones to let this go. Shaking in my bones to let this go. We work our 9 to 5, we do our part. It's tiring working for the bills more than our own hearts. When everything is sinking fast, we gotta find a way to make it last. Please don't let us let this slip away. So tell me that you're coming home. Tell me that you love me so. I am waiting for a sign to let me know. 'Cause I'm shaking in my bones to let this go. Shaking in my bones to let this go. Now you and me, we're on to something lovingly worn in and softly frayed. We can build a fortress, pillows one by one to keep away the alarms and all the cars and the coffee that keeps us bored and buzzing through our empty day. Eventually we all give in, but I still hope I'll hear you say, tell me that you're coming home. Tell me that you love me so. I am waiting for a sign to let me know. 'Cause I'm shaking in my bones to let this go. Shaking in my bones to let this go. I'm shaking in my bones to let this go. Shaking in my bones to let this go. Thanks, everyone. Okay, I gotta do this real quick. I was doing it over there, trying to be like the prepared person who walks up and it sounds great. And I couldn't see the light. Couldn't see a light. You feel that way with a tuner sometimes? And in life? But yes, thanks so much for being here. Is everybody having fun? Awesome. This is a song I wrote it's called Comfort World. It was the title track off my last record. And it's about, and it's really like, I listen to it now and I'm like, oh, it's totally relevant to the last year too. It's about when you're going through something really rough and instead of maybe facing it, you get stoned a lot in your house all by yourself. And then, but then you realize that there is some growing to do if you are ready to face it. So that's what this song's about. Stoned and alone, staring at my phone. I don't even want you to call. I just wanna lay here feeling sorry for it all. Stoned and alone, nobody is home. I don't even recognize this life anymore. Waking up and sleeping in with my clothes on the floor, right? Stoned and alone, 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 pain in every bone. I shed you like a skin so I could finally see myself. Naked with my heart open, now I'm just scared as hell. Can I get back to the comfort world? Stoned and alone in a comfort world. Can I get back to the comfort world? Stoned and alone in a comfort world. Robert, did you want to say something? Or? Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to keep the show moving. This is so cool. These are like little things that make you just like love Bellingham. There's a lot of things lately that are making me love Bellingham, but now this is on the list too. Playing in backyards, watching music in the backyard. This is a song, I haven't played it in a while. I feel like all of us now with quarantine were hopefully like understanding of musicians that haven't played their songs in a long time. But that's also an opportunity to experiment, to try new songs that you've never played in front of people, which I will also do tonight. But yeah, this song's called Light and Sound, and I wrote it about how beautiful and cool it is that like when you make a record or when you make music, you have this document that lives on forever. And if you need to go and get in touch with someone that's now gone, you can go and put on their record and you get to hear their voice again. And that's such a cool thing. Takes me a minute to figure out the key to this, even though I wrote it. It's okay. It's okay to let the sad songs sing you to sleep. If I didn't have Melina, I wouldn't make it through the week. Sometimes the words can't come out right, so we let that record play. And suddenly somebody understands you in a crazy kind of way. Tonight we sing along with every line and thank whatever God there is for giving us the time. 'Cause I don't need to know where I'm going to be good. just need to feel a little understood. I don't need to know where I'm going to be good. I just need to feel a little understood. It's like the only light we've got is fading every year. But if I step outside into the moonlight, I can feel the glow still here. I hear it in every melody, every poster on my wall. This is how they live forever, this is how I always call. Tonight we sing along with every line, and thank whatever God there is for giving us the time. 'Cause I don't need to know where I'm going to be good. I just need to feel a little understood. I don't need to know where I'm going to be good. I just need to feel a little understood. I don't need to know where I'm going to be good. I just need to feel a little understood. I don't need to know where I'm going to be good. I just need to feel a little understood. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna have a sip of this cocktail. This is song 3 check-in.
I've never known the guests to check in. I appreciate that. Sometimes I felt a little checked out, And you sounded great there.
Oh, thanks, Robert.
That last one's on a record.
Mm-hmm.
You did that song at last year's Subdued String Band Jamboree,
Yeah.
the Tin Can Jamboree, and it's been in my head ever since.
Oh,
It just lives there. It's like there's a certain portion of my brain that is dedicated to that chorus of that song.
ooh.
Yeah.
That's the highest compliment.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. It's right next to Susu Studio and I Fought the Law and the Law Won. It's all right up. Well, they're in there and they're not going away.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, which is right up there with how does it feel? I mean, it's all it's all they're all this in replay,
Yeah.
And then I'm one of those annoying people who a line is setting conversation and I start singing the song.
Oh, I do that.
I beg forgiveness from
I
the
think
world.
my dad gave that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love to sing it, just like,
Yeah,
oh, did you
it's-
say satisfaction? Can't get it? No. It's just like, you just start going for it.
Yeah, I can't help it. It's the way I am.
That's our braid. It's cool.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got to take your weaknesses and turn them into your strengths.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
I'm a total spastic, disorganized mess, and I think it makes me pretty awesome.
Well, you gonna give us another song?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, should we do the thing?
No, we're
No.
not at the thing yet. I think we're still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a song. It's a new
See?
song. Robert's heard the dance version of it, and
Really?
the Risky Business song. I
Well,
think I sent it to you.
there's things I've heard. What? Speaking of things, what was that video that I was a part of yours? Did it happen?
No.
Okay. All right. That I was thinking, has that been sent to me?
No,
and
it
then
never
just landed,
happened.
got buried. in
It was just like the wrong time in history for that
Yeah.
moment to be a thing.
Okay. Okay.
So it didn't
it's
happen.
living in the can.
It's living in the can.
All right. Okay. People now know there's something in the can that we've been collaborating on, and when the time is right, we'll release it to the world. People have started to use the term drop.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
I mean, I could picture that like, wha-cha, drop. Nothing
Yeah.
but net. I'm going to nothing but net single.
Net.
Like when you're shooting a hoop.
Well, I don't shoot hoops.
Oh. But you're
A lot of
dropping.
people don't know
I
that,
feel like,
that
like when
Cumulus is
somebody-
actually an international basketball star under
Well,
another
there's
name.
that
So
expression like drop the
know
ball,
when you're
which is
shooting
kind of
hoops.
bad. But if you're like dropping something, that's pretty good. I guess.
I thought it was drop as when the baby drops. Like when you drop a single, it's like
everyone-
when the baby drops. Did I
Nobody
have that
wants-
completely wrong? I'm looking at the live audience and I'm getting not encouraging looks.
Don't let
So
Robert
I was
hold
completely
your
wrong
baby.
with
That's what that really translates to.
when people drop a single. They're talking about a basketball reference. They're not talking about a baby
I just
dropping.
made that up, but I definitely
Yeah.
think it's like, are you guys ready for the drop? It's gonna drop.
Well,
It's
let's
like
get
hype
back
train.
to the songs because we don't know why we're using the word drop. And I'm loving your song, so happy to have you at the table.
So I just finished a third record. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet,
It's
but
not dropped yet.
It's not dropped
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But I really love the songs. But this record was made very uniquely. Like it was made without. I didn't play the guitar on the record at all. I just did a lot of weird garage band.
Keith Richards
stuff.
played all the guitar parts, right?
Yeah. Lots of keyboards and drums and electronic drums and synthy things. But this song is a dance song, but it sounds really cool acoustic, and I just figured it out yesterday. I was like, it's probably not the actual chords to the song, but it works. And I wrote this song while I was washing the dishes. I was furloughed from my job, and I was thinking about oh man, I want to get back to that feeling like Tom Cruise had when he was dancing across the floor in his underwear. So that just stuck with me. And I love hooks and I love a good chorus. So I was like, dancing in your underwear, risky business feeling. And then it just built from there. Just kept on going. So we'll see. Here we go. It's called Risky Business Feeling. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Every day I wake up trying to let the light in. My head, my heart cannot stop the fighting. When the world is feeling upside down, I turn it up and take a look around. I want that dancing in my underwear, risky business feeling. If it's foolish, I don't care. It's how I get my healing. I want music in the air, the only thing I'm breathing. Dancing in my underwear, risky business feeling. And then my friend Andrew wrote this verse. When I'm looking in the mirror, sometimes I see a stranger. A stranger's eyes are looking back at me. I take my shadow and we're stepping on the dance floor. Feet a foot loose, stepping to the beat. I want that dancing in my underwear, risky business feeling. If it's foolish, I don't care. It's how I get my healing. I want music in the air, the only thing I'm breathing. Dancing in my underwear, risky business feeling. The perfect song is waiting here for us. The perfect song is waiting here for us. I want my 3 chords and a beat. The perfect song is waiting here for us. I want that dancing in my underwear, risky business feeling. If it's foolish, I don't care. It's how I get my healing. I want music in the air, the only thing I'm breathing. Dancing in my underwear, risky business feeling.
Woo.
Thanks, everybody.
I had the experience last night in my underwear. I looked out the back door of my house and I saw, the gate to my backyard is left open. I'll go close that. I'm in my underwear.
In your
but-
underwear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not such a big deal.
Nah. It's your house.
But then once I got to the back gate, and I had been home for a couple hours,
Yeah.
I realized I had left 2 of the doors of my car jar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, with various things in
Another
there.
location
So
to
that
go
was
with
yet
your
another
underwear.
level of intimacy with my neighbors when I then went out to the car in my underwear.
Were you wearing a shirt?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay,
no,
yeah.
no.
That's
And I'm not
full-blown
going to talk
underwear.
about what kind of underwear because I am a man with a certain amount of privacy about myself. And
I don't think it was tidy whities. I'd like to think that. Well, I just
well,
moved
you
to
know, it's
Glenhaven.
nighttime. It was under cover of darkness. But have
Oh.
you done that? I mean, you think you're in for the night. I mean, I was 10 minutes away from Mr. Sandman Bring Me a Dream, and all the doors of the car were open. With various,
That's really
well, not
weird,
all.
Robert.
Okay,
Why
just
were
the
all your car doors open?
well, that reminds me of the joke about the barn door being open. Well, because I have a kid,
Oh,
and you bring the kid into the house.
Yep.
And turns out when you get the kid into the house, there's other needs that come along with that. And so the needs of actually closing the door behind you when you've left the auto, they're gone. There's other things going on. And
I moved to Glenhaven recently, which is by Sudden Valley. It's out in the county. And you would think that we're isolated, but we got like 7 neighbors surrounding our yard, kind of. And one of them if they're watching this, I'm sorry, I can see directly into your house, and I know you can see into mine.
hello.
I can see into a lot of these houses.
Really?
And I still walk around in my underwear because I don't care.
Well, you
It's
got
my
that
house.
risky business feeling.
Yeah.
247.
Yeah. Sometimes my boyfriend Brad's like, "Put some clothes on," and I'm like, "This is our house. Like, the window's open. Like, whatever."
Yeah. No one's making them look in.
No.
No, this is your house.
Yeah.
You're going to be yourself.
Yeah, but it is nice in the morning when I realize I've remembered to put the blinds down at this certain window. Because when I go to make the coffee, it's like no deal there, because I don't know what I'll be dressed as when I'm making the coffee in the morning. But anyways,
I know what I'll be wearing when I'm making dinner. I know what I'll be wearing when I'm making dessert.
but not coffee.
No, that's when I could be wearing anything. When I'm making coffee. One time it was a pink elephant outfit.
Like
One-
the car wash that I used to love.
Yeah. One time I was doing a Michael Jackson.
And I was only wearing one white glove.
I will never do a Shania Twain.
And that's okay, because it wouldn't impress you much.
But I might do.
Some Mark Twain?
And I'll be in my 3-piece suit, giving those coffee beans a buzz. But I don't know what I'm gonna be wearing when I'm making coffee.
Because that's the way it is.
I don't know. You did something in one of the songs earlier, and I thought that, I'll do that song. And now I can't remember what led me
Was
to
it
this
Bruce
song.
Springsteen?
Oh, you know I want to talk about Bruce Springsteen. But no. Let's get on track here. What's happening, everybody? Let's get on board. I'm getting to the bottom of this cocktail, and it's very effective. Dark
It's a
and stormy is
yummy-
very effective. Yeah, very
Is it
yummy.
causing a storm in your
It's
brain?
causing a storm in my brain. Here is the thing, my friends. We are at the type... Yes, yeah, Maureen got it there. We are at the part. I said type, and then I realized I meant to say another 4-letter word. We are at the
Oh.
part of the show. We're at the part of the show where we go back and forth because what's happening right now is the gig is over. When I'm on the road, I play the gig, and then I always end up going back to somebody's house to crash. I've heard of artists who go on the road and then after the gig go to a tall building that's full of small rooms.
What?
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
can do that?
Who can do that? What artists as ourselves do, we go to somebody's house to crash out,
And then
bef-
they're like, you want to hang out, right?
they want to hang out, and we want to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to hang out. You definitely gotta
You got it.
hang.
You got it.
And sometimes neither one of you want to hang out, but you gotta hang out. I mean,
Yeah.
that's we didn't go on the road to get a good
Part of
night's
the
sleep.
code. It's part of the
It's
code.
part of the code of the road. One time a band crashed at my house and we didn't hang out. And we're not friends now. I mean, it was like, why? I was just a hotel. And I've been needing just a hotel from people. And I try not to do that because It's the code of the road. You got to hang out. So we sit around the kitchen table. We have a drink of this, that, or perhaps the other thing. And we have a few more songs and a few more sips of this, that, or the other thing. And that's the part of the show we're at right now. That's the kitchen table. The concert's over. The formalities have gone away. We are just now sitting around the table. Anything could happen. And we're swapping songs, telling stories, and listening to your concert tonight. I was thinking I'll do this song here.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why.
Well, what song are you talking about?
You were talking about, did you reference Jason Molina?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you referenced a record, an LP. Well, I heard that anyway. See, that's the beautiful thing as a listener. You hear, you see these images,
Yeah.
you know, and you said record, and that could have been a digital download.
No.
Well, it could have
But,
been.
yeah,
It could have
yeah,
been.
for all
But
you
in my
youngins.
mind, I saw you putting on
Yeah.
an LP, you
Yeah.
know, and I thought, the record I listen to when I'm in that zone of needing to listen to an LP is Bill Morrissey's first record. You know Bill?
No.
Oh, I get the pleasure of exposing you to Bill Morrissey.
Oh, okay.
Fully clothed, you know what I mean? We're not talking about a coffee-making experience. Bill Morrissey, great songwriter from David's part of the world. David is from Kittery Point, Maine. Just across the water there is New Hampshire, where they live free or die, which means a few things. One is that there's no taxes on liquor. I'm not sure what else it means. That's what it's meant to me. So when I'm driving in to Boston,
Wow. How do
I
they
will-
make any money?
Well, maybe they have income tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, income
okay,
tax, yeah.
Okay. 'Cause we put a
Less
lot of
regressive
taxes on
than
our
our-
liquor. We do.
We put a lot of taxes on it, and we drink it anyways. You know what I mean? That doesn't slow us down. We're not afraid of tax. We know why? We love to pay taxes. As my friend Linda Malone says, people who don't like paying taxes are crazy. What, should we all build our own road to drive between here and Seattle? I know. Let's all take a little bit of money, put it in a bucket, and we can share the same road or train track between here and Seattle.
Yeah, I just heard Nancy Pelosi the other day be like, well, if we, gave college, let off college loans, what if your kid decided not to go to college?
Whoa.
Then you're gonna be paying
Was she smoking
a tax.
pot? That's like somebody
You're
saying
gonna
you're
pay a
smoking
tax
pot.
for your kid that won't even use it? It's like, yeah. Yeah.
That's
We
pretty
want
much it,
everybody
Nancy. That's
Like, make the
Yeah,
choice
yeah,
if they
yeah.
want to go to
Yeah,
college. I
yeah.
don't mind paying a little more.
how many times have you used the state park in Michigan or the national park in Michigan, Nancy? 0. But you paid for that. That's the deal. We're all in it together.
Oops.
I love this record. This is a record I'll just put on and sit in a chair in a dark room and listen to. Bill Morrissey's very first record. Sitting in a bar in Morgan City, in the state of Louisiana. Just made captain of a cargo boat. Worked my way up from deckhand. They take me for a native here. Heard my speech turn soft and slow. But it's been 6 years since I came down from New Hampshire. Earned my living on the Gulf of Mexico. Oil money can lure a man away. Oil money, $1 million just waiting to be made. So tonight you'll find me drinking. I'll celebrate my promotion and go home. I got a pocket full of change I don't know what to do with. I got one eye on the bottle, I got one eye on the payphone. Hello information, give me New Hampshire, no destination. I just gotta hear somebody talk, the way I used to. Bill Morrissey song.
That sounds like a record I can get into.
I think you could. What do you got there?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't?
Am I doing more?
We're going back and forth now.
Oh, yes.
We're hanging out. The gig
Okay,
is over. We're
okay,
back at the
I get
kitchen
it.
table.
I
We're
forgot.
having a sip of
Okay.
this, that, or perhaps the other thing.
That is my personality. Like, I'm like, I'll be doing something and then I'll forget why I'm doing it. You do that?
Yeah. No. Well, I don't know. Give me an example. I might find, but I don't want to know an example. Like chopping wood.
Yeah, or,
Like,
you know.
I see some firewood over there. Maybe
Yeah,
chopping
I don't
wood,
remember.
you
More
know.
like things around the house, probably. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm getting this thing. Gotta get that thing. And then I'm like, wait, why am I getting this thing? And then,
Somebody told me once when you walk through a door,
yeah.
that resets something in your brain. So you're going into the
nice.
next door for your book.
Ooh.
But when you walk through the door from the living room to the kitchen where the book is, you get to the kitchen, and because you've gone through the door, you cannot remember what it is you're there for. So you have to walk back
Yeah.
to where you came from, and then you remember.
Oh. Ooh, that's interesting. That almost makes you think like if the walls could talk kind of a thing. Like that doorway is there to remind you of the thing that you were doing. It's your friendly friend. You're like, oh, I better go back to that door. It'll tell me what
Well,
I
the
was...
doorway's what took away what you were thinking of. But I love that you see that as a friendly friend. That's beautiful.
Well, this is a song I just wrote last week, Robert.
Awesome.
And I think that you'd like it because I think you're somebody who would believe this thing, which is that everyone, you gotta lose your mind for the right things. And when you love something and you just keep on doing it, that's what you do. You just kind of, you'll hear it in the song, but wrote it last week. Let's see what it turns into. I've been experimenting with, I was talking to Robert about this. If you're a songwriter, maybe in this audience there's songwriters. I have like thousands of voice memos in my iPhone. And I think that the voice memo app is like the most amazing treasure. I can't believe that I ever existed before an iPhone. And not because of all the other things that come with it, but because of the amazing access to a microphone that sounds pretty dang good anytime you need it. And you can document and favorite and label and put them into bunches and be like, these are the thoughts, these are the good ones. And then you better be backing up your cloud, because if one day you end up putting your phone into the computer and you lose your voice memos, you're going to want to die. No. But that is the one dark thing.
I've lost a few.
But anyway, so I've been practicing the thought of, what if I just let these voice memos be as these little baby songs, and maybe they don't even need to be bigger songs. Maybe they're just meant to be as they are. 3 chords and a melody and a thought. And so I'm thinking about releasing just the thoughts, just the short little songs, not crazy produced, not arranged, but just that's the stuff right there out of my head. And this was one of those things that came out of me, yeah. I've got a ringing in my ears from chasing down a crazy dream after all these years. People ask me, how do you find the time? They ask and I reply, you just gotta lose your mind, lose your mind, lose your mind for something good. I would lose my mind again, baby, if I could. I wish that I could tell you it was easy to build a version of your life you really like. But I can't speak when I know I'm still searching. And I know I'll be searching all my life. People ask me, how do you find the time? They ask and I reply, you just gotta lose your mind, lose your mind, lose
love that song. It's a People Ask Me song.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a super subcategory.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a super subcategory.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there. C.R. Avery has one, and the lyric is, people ask me, C.R., when do you have time to write that stuff down? I say, I got a motel 50 miles out of town. But there's other songs there. That's a thing that gets used. Not very often,
okay,
but every so often a songwriter will use a People Ask Me. I think,
nice.
it shows up in popular songs and unpopular songs as well.
Okay.
People ask me. People
I like
ask
songs
me.
about writing.
Neil Young. People ask me what I'm putting down. Yeah. Yeah, it's a People Ask Me song.
Cool.
Which it's so cool.
That's
It's
cool
so
to be a part of a
It's
tradition
cool that people
without
ask you
even
something.
realizing
And people
it.
ask you. You know?
Nobody's really
Well,
ever asked that.
don't break the wall here. The gig may be over, but there's still an audience.
Yeah. People
The
ask me all
narrator
the
of
time.
that song, that's
Yeah.
not you. You wrote the song of a fictitious narrating point. That person gets asked.
Well, and I guess, I think it is something that when you're... I was just listening to somebody talk about creativity today where he was talking about how we don't really give ourselves... When you're a creator of something, you oftentimes don't give yourself enough space to appreciate the things that you've made. And also, there's so many people out there who say they want to make something and they don't. It's a huge accomplishment to make something at all. And so I just think about that. There are people that'll be like, how do you find the time to write a song? How do you find the time to put on a live stream show?
People do ask you.
But you just do it. And that's a really cool, that's one of the things I love about you, Robert.
You just do it. Alex, you have a big... Well, here's what's going to happen. I want everybody to be ready for this because we're going to do a couple more numbers between the two of us here, and then it will be time for Stump the Band. That will be your opportunity to ask the band to play a song. It could be a song that we know.
Okay.
It could be a song that we don't know. Or it could be, in the words of a man who should have been in jail before he went to the other side, and now it's a shame we can't put him in jail. You could ask us something that you don't know that we don't know. So that's what's coming up later, but we're not quite there yet. We're going to give you a little bit of time. And some of you are thinking, I don't have a request. Well, here's the deal. It's just like English class. I'm going to call on you in the audience, and you don't know if you can play the odds and not have a request because I can't ask everybody. I'm only going to be looking for 3 requests, and already Heather she's giving me that look that says you're not going to ask me. You're not going to ask me.
Well,
that's
will.
one down.
That
means the odds go up for everybody else in the room. We got a big gig coming up, I see, in a week's time here, in less than a week's time, an event here in town called Glory Days, a band called Tramps Like Us, a Bruce Springsteen tribute
cool band
featuring
with some
John
cool people
Elliott and Cumulus, and you're going to do some Springsteen.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been listening to Springsteen?
Well, honestly, not as long. I'm Springsteen light in my life. I think that I've obviously grown up with Springsteen, but I remember being like a punk rock kid to listen to like Anti-Flag and stuff, and then I heard Born in the USA and I was like, ew, that's so patriotic. I don't like it.
Well, once the
and then it
Republican
was like-
Party used it, it does
Yeah,
speak, you're
and
excused.
then you get like grown up context to like what that song actually meant, and then I started, and then still, what really drew me into Springsteen was Nebraska, because I like sad songs, I like really sparse recordings. And I was really surprised that record existed because his whole catalog is like so full and like bombastic, and Nebraska is like super stripped down.
Louis Ledford has made the comment that the year that Nebraska came out, all the record executives looked at each other and said, it's over. A guy made a 4-track demo recording, and it's selling way more than REO Speedwagon.
Ooh, damn.
We're in trouble.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
When you think about that's the power of those songs. Yeah, but so I got really, and I feel like, and I was telling Mordecai, who's going to be playing guitar with me at this show, I was like, I feel like every year in my life, I listen to a new Springsteen record and I get a new thing. Like
That's great.
There's such
That's
a
great.
large catalog that I just kind of feel like throughout my life I'll probably be discovering it. But I have a couple albums that I love that I do listen to all the time, and I also just kind of like love his ethos. It's really like he's just a good man and like just a cool guy. I just like, in addition to the songwriting, I That drew me to him.
You know, some people want to have a beer with Springsteen, and I'm one of them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Who doesn't? Who wouldn't?
Well, let's do a little Springsteen before we get into Stump the Band. I can see that the audience is thinking about things they're going to try to stump us with. The host has brought out watermelon sticks. We are in the right place at the right time, and you're right here with us. This is the first song off Bruce Springsteen's very first record, made famous by somebody else. The first time he started going to the mailbox and receiving checks was because of this song here. I love this song. Well, madman, drummers, bummers, and Indians in the summers with a teenage diplomat. In the dumps with the mumps, the adolescent pumps his way into his hat. With a boulder on my shoulder, I was feeling kind of older. I tipped the merry-go-round with a very own pleasing, teasing and wheezing. The calliope crashed to the ground. Now some all-hot half-shot headed towards the hot spot, snapping his fingers and clapping his hands. And some bloodshot mascot was tied into a lover's knot with a whatnot in her hand. And the young Scot with a slingshot, he finally found the tender spot, threw his lover into the sand. And said, forget me now. Said, Daddy's within earshot, save the buckshot and turn up the band. They were blinded by the light, cut loose like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tired. Who's gonna make it all right? Now some brimstone, baritone, anti-cyclone, rolling stone preacher from the east. He said dethrone the dictaphone, hit him in the funny bone. That's where they expected least. And some new smoke chaperone stand in the corner all alone watching the young girls dance. And some new sewn moonstone was messing with his frozen zone to remind him of the feeling of romance. He was blinded by the light, cut loose like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tight. Is gonna make it all right. Now some silicone sister with a manager's mister told me I got what it takes. So I'll turn you on Sunday to something strong if you play that song with the funky breaks. Go-kart Mozart was hanging by the weather cart to see it was safe to go outside. And little Pearly Whirly came by with a curly whirly, asked me if I needed a ride. Oh, some hazard from Harvard, drunk on beer, playing little old backyard bombardier. And Scotland Yard was trying all this, and a dude with a calling card said, would you like, but don't do it here. Well, I jumped up, turned around, spit in the air, and fell on the ground. Tried to find my way back home. So take a right at the light, keep going until night, boys, and then, man, you're on your own. He was blinded by the light, cut loose like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tired. Is gonna make it all right. Now in Zanzibar, the shooting star was riding in a sidecar, singing a lunar tune. And Zanzibar said below the bar, but first remove the cookie jar, but teach those boys will have too soon. And some kidnapped handicap complaining that he caught the trap with a mousetrap that he bought last night. Well, I unsnapped his skull cap, between his ears I saw a gap. Figured that it'd be alright. He was blinded by the light, cut loose like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tight. It's gonna make it all right. Going down Bruce Springsteen Lane.
Robert, did you ever watch the movie Blinded by the Light?
I certainly did not, but I have seen the movie Just Around the Corner from the Light of Day.
Oh, what's that?
That's where Joan Jett stars
Oh.
from the Springsteen song. She sings Light of Day.
Okay.
Tell me about this movie Blinded by the Light.
Oh, it's so good. It's about a kid in London who becomes obsessed with Bruce Springsteen.
I saw it on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a whole category of films for me.
Yeah, it was good. It
Which
was
is
good.
Only
it made
place.
me cry.
Yeah, I haven't been traveling, so I haven't seen films in years. Yeah, I love that. Love that. I forgot what it was called.
Yep. Man, I feel like he can fit so many words into a verse. It's crazy. I don't think I could
Up
do
until 1984.
Yeah, this one's going down. Let's see if we can. We sit in the car outside your house. I can feel the heat coming around. I go to put my arms around you, and you give me a look like I'm way out of bounds. You let out one of your bored sighs, but lately when I look into your eyes, I'm going down, 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 down. I'm going down, down. I'm going down, I'm going down, down, down. I'm going down, down. I'm going down. We get dressed up, we go out, oh baby, for the night. You come home early, burning in some firefight. I'm sick and tired of you burning me up, getting me up, just knocking me down, 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 down. I'm going down, down, going down, I'm going down, down, down. I'm going down, down, I'm going down. I pull you close now, baby, and when we kiss, I feel the doubt. I remember back when we started. My kisses turned you inside out. I used to drive you to work in the morning, Friday night, drive you all around. You used to love to drive me wild, but lately, girl, you get your kicks from driving me down, 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 down. I'm going down, down. I'm going down, I'm going down, down, down. I'm going down, down, da, 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 down. I'm going down, 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 down. I'm going down, down. I'm going down.
Yeah. Love it. So many songs that are hit songs. You know them so deeply, but you've never listened to them. But when you hear them in a new voice, you hear them. I love
Yeah.
that. Love that. Okay, well let's just get into it, shall we?
Okay.
It's time to stump the band.
Okay.
Yeah, stump the band. This means that we're going to call upon the audience for a request. We're going to get 3 requests.
They most
and-
likely will stump me.
You never know what you know until you're asked. They may request a song they know you know.
Oh.
Yeah, they may request a song you know.
Some Third Eye Blind or something?
They may request a song they know you don't know. And they may request a song that they don't know if you know.
Okay.
Okay, let's have some requests. Let's look first to the man here in the polka dot shirt.
That's not polka dots.
Yeah.
Into
Into the
the Mystic?
Mystic is the request of the man who is not wearing a polka dot shirt. So what we do is we get all 3 requests and we send the research librarians in our brains back to the dusty files to see
Okay.
if we can do that. And so now we move on to request number. Maureen has her hand in the air, which I'm generally against, but Maureen is just. I just have to take the hand in the air. I'm trying to, instill a sense of fear that if people don't have a request, that they should. Nonetheless, we're asking Maureen there.
Oh, damn.
In the background.
I mean, I know how to sing that song, but I don't know how to play it on guitar.
Okay, let's just not do anything too
Okay.
hasty.
Okay.
So that was 2 requests of Maureen's in the background at 4 in the morning.
Well, in the background's Third Eye Blind off their self-titled album. I believe it's the track before the last track. I think it's like the second to last.
Say we stand a
track.
good chance that we're going to accomplish that one right there. I get a real feeling. But I can't resist to send a request from Bill there, right in the front row. Whoa! Great request. Great request. The request is for Cortez the Killer from Neil Young himself. So I'm going to send the research librarian in the back of my brain to think about some of these requests while you sing a cappella Third Eye Blind. Tell us a little more about Third Eye Blind. I maybe had strayed from popular radio by the time that they were on the top of the
well, I was
top.
about 13, I think,
Yeah.
when that self-titled album came out, and I think it was my first CD.
Whoa.
That was my first CD, and I love that record from beginning to end. I wouldn't recommend meeting them, but the songs are great. Love the songs.
People feel the same way about me. I hope. I mean, about the songs.
Yeah. I'll end there. But in the background, I'm trying to remember. That's like a deep cut on that album. Like, I just vaguely remember. Wait, Robert, you have your special thing. Can I pull it up, the lyrics?
No, we
it
can't.
has
No,
to
we
be
can't.
up, right?
Yeah, it has to
Oh.
be here. Otherwise,
Let's see. It's
You
like
know.
something about in the background when you're not around. And then I'm in aloneness now in the background. We do the things we did before. I walk K Street to the store. And you say, where's that crazy girl? I don't get drunk on red wine and fight no more. And I don't see you anymore. Since the hospital, the plans I make still have you in them. 'Cause you come swimming into view. And I'm hanging on your words like I always used to do. The words you use so lightly, I only feel for you in the background. It's like a really tragic song about a girl who got in a drunk driving accident, I think, and it's sad, but it's so beautiful. Anyway,
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
yeah. The plans I make still include you.
Yeah. Yeah, and they come swimming into view in the background. You know, and there's people in our lives that will always be there in the background. Unfortunately, a lot of the time. But sometimes it's good. It's 50-50.
I'm going to put Cortez the Killer on my to-do list, and the next time Bill requests it, I'm going to do Cortez the Killer. But then we had a request there for 4 in the morning, which is not the name of the song, but perhaps the whole idea. Maybe the requester is requesting this song because it's the first lyric, even though it's not the name of the song. That's what I heard, you know. And I'm wishing myself luck as I get into it. I'm feeling that confident feeling you get after you're at the bottom of a dark and stormy and you got the guitar in your hand. It's kind of a campfire feeling. It's like, yeah, I know that song. Pass that Takamine over here. And then, you're like one
God.
couplet
Are you
in
that
and you
guy?
realize, oh, you have made a bad decision. And then you try to get out of it, you know. So you're thinking, okay, we'll do Folsom Prison Blues or something like that, you know, something that is reliably fun. But then, you know, it just doesn't work out. Well, we've all been there, and we're gonna see how I do here. All right, we're coming to it. 4 in the morning, as requested in the Sump the Band statement. It's 4 in the morning, the end of December. Writing you now just to see if you're better. New York's good. I like where I'm living. There's music on Clinton Street down to the evening. And I see that you're building your house in the desert. Are you living for nothing now? I hope you're keeping some kind of record. And Jane came by with lockier hair. She said that you gave it to her the night that you planned to go clear. Did you ever go clear? Well, the last time I saw you, you looked so much older. Your famous blue raincoat was torn at the shoulder. You went to the station to meet every train, but you never turned up. I mean, Lily Marling. So you treated some woman to a shade of your life, and when she got home, she was nobody's wife. And I see you there with a rose in your teeth, some old thin gypsy thief. I see Jane's awake now. She sends regards. Ah, what can I tell you, or what can I tell you, or what can I possibly say? I guess I'd miss you, I guess I forgive you. I'm glad you stood in my way. And if you should ever come by for Jane and me, I want you to know the enemy's sleeping. I want you to know your woman is free. And thanks for the trouble you took from her eyes. I thought it was there for good, so I never really tried. And I see you there with a rose in your teeth, one more thin gypsy thief. Sincerely, a coin. I don't know if that's what she wanted, but that's what she got. That's what happens at Stump the Band. And we still have time for a few more songs. We're just going to throw it back over to you to play absolutely whatever you want. Give us a little bit of this, that, or perhaps the other thing. So happy to have Cumulus at the kitchen table. My friend Alex, for many years, back living in the most northwest corner of the most northwest city, this northwest state. Not the last time she'll be at the kitchen table. Only her first time. Looking forward to having you back many, many times. We are doing a show next week. We're going to be slowing down for a couple months, but the show is going to be rolling on. We're just going to be taking a little bit of a pause as we get into late August and September. But
And then this Friday,
everybody come down where?
K3.
We call it Trackside.
The Trackside Brewery.
Cumulus and John Elliott with a fantastic backing band are going to be playing all Springsteen all night long. They are dedicated, this ensemble, to playing songs from every decade, from the first album to the most recent album.
Oh, yeah. He's even playing Tucson Train. I was into that.
Yeah.
I love that song.
That's not even the most recent album.
It isn't? I thought
Isn't
that
that
record
something?
just came out.
I know. That's what a pandemic will do to you. My baby's coming on the Tucson train. Yeah, that's the one right before. Okay. Letter to You. To You. That's the next one.
Oh, okay. I thought
it's a deep catalog.
I like that Letter
deep
to
catalog.
You record too. I liked the Apple Music documentary they did.
We are all part of the corporate entities when it comes to music.
There was a documentary about Bruce in the studio with that record, and it was really good.
We love Bruce. You're going to be doing Bruce song. What are you going to sing down there?
I'm going to sing Atlantic City, and Tougher Than the Rest, and Stolen Car.
And a few surprises.
Yeah, okay. I don't need to list them all.
Yeah. So happy to have you here. Give us a blast, and we have a little more time at the kitchen table, and
okay.
So happy to have you here.
Thanks, Robert. This song I wrote also recently, and I think that it's very short, and I think it could be a children's song. It could be a little mantra to yourself. This is for anybody out there who gets overwhelmed by the smallest task, and you want to curl up in a nap instead. One foot in front of the other, one shoe on at a time. If I could only grasp that, I know I would free my mind. If I can only see a mountain, will I have the mind to climb? One foot in front of the other, one shoe on at a time. The road can feel never ending when you walk a crooked line, but if you follow the compass inside your heart, you're gonna be just fine. Just one foot in front of the other, one shoe on at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I write songs as advice to myself a lot of the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All art is therapy. It's just that not all therapy is art. That's
Definitely not. I think my therapist would be honored at that label. Like that'd be pretty cool if you were considered an artist through a therapist. There is an art to it, I guess.
if art doesn't have a little therapy involved in it, I'm not much interested. It has to be important to at least the person performing it. That's number one.
What was that face, David?
Not afraid to get it wrong, not afraid to fail. Not afraid of freedom, I'm not afraid of going to jail. Not afraid of slavery, and I'm not afraid of choice. Not afraid of making the decision to use my own voice. But I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. Not afraid of too much noise, not afraid of silence. Not afraid of death, and I am not afraid of violence. Not afraid of dying, and I'm not afraid of rebirth. Not afraid of dreaming before what it is worth. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid it's you. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. Not afraid of getting it right, I'm not afraid of getting it wrong. Not afraid of success, I'm not afraid to sing Hank's song. Not afraid of the darkness, and I'm not afraid of the light. But when I lie alone in my bed at night, I'm afraid of you. afraid of you. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. But I love you too. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. Thank you. A song from our buddy Hank Waddell, all the way over there in Cork, Ireland. And I think we have time for one more, and then it's going to be time to wrap this kitchen table up and get on to whatever happens after the kitchen table.
Okay. What does happen after the kitchen table?
Well, on the road, it's usually a soggy couch. Yeah. Well, you've probably stayed on a few of those yourself. You kind of get into it. For a while, I was into the love seats. You know, I just got to
Oh yeah, well,
put
I'm
myself
short,
in the
so
fetal.
love seats were always my destiny in the band. It was like, okay, Alex, you're 5 feet tall. You get the love seat.
Yeah.
But yeah, good love seats.
I was into it for a while, not into it anymore.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah.
Now I like playing at places where they pay for your lodging. That's pretty cool.
I like places with the lodging's upstairs.
Yeah.
No travel after the gig.
This is a song I kind of wrote like in a Springsteen brain vibe. I was like, I pictured it when I'm with my band and my electric guitar, like, you know, big arm swings.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. But this is a song about growing up and how you have to learn to... I don't know. The song explains itself. This is one of those ones. I dated a guy in college who had 3 first names. And that was very bad juju right there. Like, I mean, 2 first names is bad enough.
David John Richard?
No. But anyway, you know, I remember being warned about 2 first names, and this person had 3 first names, and I was like, oh, damn, this is not destined for good things. And I, you know, anyway, wrote a song about it later on. Wrote a whole album about him at one point, you know. All the heartbreak serves a purpose.
3 first names are never destined to the love seat. That's what we've learned.
The night you walked me home, I was frozen still. I asked you if you wanted to come in, and that was when it started. That was when I lost myself. That was when it started. That was when I lost myself. I thought I saw my future in 3 first names. I was just a kid in a college haze. I would change some things if I could go back, but life's not living if you get it exact. But I'm not gonna cry about it now. I'm not gonna cry. Oops, let's start that again. I'm not gonna cry about it now. I'm not gonna cry about it now. I'm not gonna cry about it now. I'm not gonna cry about it. Sometimes you gotta walk a crooked line. Sometimes you gotta waste a lot of time regretting the love you gave away, so you can know what cards to play when you're dealing tomorrow. Tomorrow. This one's like the most spastic chord song I've ever written.
Oh, look at my watch.
You know, I get so scared about what I'm supposed to be, tossing and turning every night and talking in my sleep. wanna cry about it. Sometimes you gotta walk a crooked line. Sometimes you gotta waste a lot of time regretting the love you gave away, so you can know what cards to play when you're dealing tomorrow. Tomorrow, 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 tomorrow.
Beautiful.
That was fun.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Cumulus, being on the show here. This is the show called From the Kitchen Table. David Penderlofkin over there on the ones, the doodles, the screens, and the cables, bringing our kitchen table to your kitchen table wherever you may be. And tonight we have doubled our viewership from Ontario. That's something to celebrate here. Thank you to our hosts for having us here in their lovely backyard. That's the host mother also coming in from Ontario. We've just got a report. Thanks, Mom. I'm hoping that my mother is also tuning in.
Oh, my mom's watching.
Oh, really?
I forgot to say that. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
Dad.
Mom.
Yeah, they're watching.
Next week we have a kitchen table with the one and only John Elliott. That's right. Coming all the way from San Francisco by bicycle. And we hope that he's huffing and puffing up the road right now so that he makes it. Well, he's going to make it because he'll be here for Friday's show. He might be out of breath by Friday, but by Saturday he should have recuperated and he'll be ready for the kitchen table. What else can we tell you? Of course, we're going to tell you that when it's Blackberry time in Bellingham, it's Jamboree time for me, and we are less than 2 weeks away from the 21st annual Subdued String Band Jamboree. We had Cumulus last year, and I say we have Cumulus next year, but we're going to miss Cumulus this year, but she will be doing a very cool thing. You're going to be over there.
Yeah, I'm going to be at Dope Bay Resort playing some shows on Orcas Island.
So for those of you who love the Jamboree but don't want to come, you might think about heading over there to Orcas Island.
Yeah. It's a cool place.
Sitting in a hot tub. Okay.
Yeah, no spas.
What can we tell you? We can tell you that we just made single day tickets available for the Jamboree. So if that was holding you back, you can come for one day now, and it's going to be great. You can watch it at home on your television. Maybe that's what you're going to do. David, anything I need to tell the people before we wrap this thing up?
What were the comments? Are we going to do more comment highlights?
There are so many comments. You're going to have to go back and read them all, including a comment from my father saying that he went and put the chickens back in their coop in his underwear this evening. So
Yes. Let's encourage
I guess
more
I should say
David
hi, Mom and
Aaron's
Dad,
in our
too.
underwear.
And we always wrap the show with this song. This is a double duty Hank Waddell moment. That last song was by Hank Waddell from Cork City, Ireland. And we always close the show with the song here from Hank. And he has just released a video for this song. So please go to his Facebook page. Check it out. Hank Waddell.
How do you spell his last name?
Wedel. I'm not good at spelling, but I know that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that one on lockdown. Hank plays every Monday night in Cork City at Charlie's Bar with Ray, the Hank and Ray show every Monday night, unless there's a pandemic, but I believe the Irish pubs have opened up again. So please, when you get a chance to go to Cork City, call into Charlie's Pub on the Keys and see my friends Hank and Ray. I can't wait to get back there myself. Thanks everybody in the live audience and the TV audience and the audience that's not with us now, but is watching this the next day or the week or the year after that. Thanks for spending your time with us here at the kitchen table. It's great to see you, because we thought you were dead. Did you come back to life? Did you get out of your bed? It's great to see you. Was that your ghost? We thought you were gone. Burnt toast, it's great to see you. Whisper nothing, sing softly on your ear. Try not to cut short The moment that's here, shadow it might be, feelings clear. I couldn't ask for anything more. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. So it was great to see you. We're gonna stay. Are you here for the long night? Or are you leaving at the break of day? It's great to see you. Yeah, it's true. It's great to see you. It's great to be near you. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. Maybe you're sitting here in the audience with us and you're going to sing along. Maybe you're sitting here in the audience and you think you're not going to be singing along, but you sing along anyways. Maybe you're sitting at home and you're going to sing along. Maybe you're sitting at home and you think you're not going to sing along, but you sing along anyways. And maybe, just maybe, you're sitting at home in your undergarments. And that level of freedom makes you feel like, yes, I can sing along. And maybe some people are sitting at home right now and they were previously in their undergarments and outer garments, but they're reducing currently to just their
Getting undressed
undergarments
for the occasion.
to give them a sense of freedom. Do some singing.
Yeah, only if the neighbors are watching.
It's all about the times we share. Come on, let's get some singing going now. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. It certainly is. It's not about our jobs. It's not about our schools. It's not about making good dinner or bad dinner. It's about who you're sharing that dinner with. But it sure is nice when you're with somebody who can make a good dinner. You know what I mean? It's all about the times we share.